What's going on, everybody? It's Tajay. Coming to you today with kind of a somber note. Feeling good. Nothing's too wrong, but I just had my world rocked. I watched the documentary Earthlings, and I will just say this. All of the animals that we rely on for our food and our clothing are living things too. And it's not that I understand that something has to die for something else to live. That's the circle of life. That's reusing energy. I get that. But it really took it down to my core where I've thought, how would you like these things to be done to you just because I need something from you? And if slaughterhouses had glass windows and we literally got to watch everything that happened before our meat got to us, or if people weren't so detached from the sources of their clothing and their meats in supermarkets. There's kids that think that that's where it starts, that just meat is at the supermarket. There's no animal behind it. They know that it's a cow, but they just can't make the connection. And the foul treatment of these animals, and then we eat that. We eat the fear. We eat the depression. We eat the violence. We eat the mistreatment. We eat the disease. You put that in your body. You are what you eat. They're pumped full of hormones and steroids, wondering why our kids are growing so fast, wondering why our kids have all kinds of mental issues, wondering why America's so obese, so wondering why the rates of cancer have skyrocketed. And it very much can be tracked back to all of the meat and the treatment of these animals. So from this day on, I can't eat meat anymore for the simple fact that I can't support the treatment of these animals. If I find a farm where I can tour the grounds, see what they do, how they treat their animals. If I find and you're not gonna find a slaughterhouse that treats animals well. You're just not. I understand somebody has to die, but what I really would think is that if more people could see how their animals were treated before they got the clothes, before they got the meat, there would be a lot more vegetarians in this world. And I'm one of them. Now, and two, gotta do something about it. I can't stand by and just watch this happen. Like, you gotta source your own food. I feel like if more people actually had to kill their food to eat, one, a lot of people wouldn't eat because they couldn't bring themselves to actually do it. And then they'll realize that instead of doing it, they pay someone else to do it because they don't have the balls to do it. And that's a whole nother story. We use animals for our entertainment, and circus and zoo animals, the mistreatment of these animals, or like the running of the bulls. Oh, there's just so much. It's just so much. So here's what I do suggest. If you find yourself to be what the world says is a good person, I very much so recommend you check out Cowspiracy, Forks Over Knives. These are documentaries, by the way. The first one's called Cowspiracy. Second one's called Forks Over Knives. And then follow it up with Earthlings. And I promise you, if your mind doesn't change on how our food is treated, and you still really feel like you want to eat meat, then by all means go ahead and do you. But I refuse to be associated with you. It's Just think, I just want you to think, put yourself in that animal's shoes. And I know people are going to be like, but I don't have to. That's the whole point. Treating a species as if they're less than you, saying that God gave you dominion over something else. We're all trying to make it. We all are aware of our surroundings. We all have come to some type of understanding about the world that we live in. And I would really love to hear in human language how other animal species talk about us. And I'm pretty sure if we could understand the language, we probably wouldn't appreciate what we hear. It's not nature that's killing nature. It's us that's killing nature. But I just said that because I had to get something off my chest. There's so many emotions right now. I haven't even really been able to pinpoint too much. I just know that I feel like a terrible human being for being so ignorant. And now I just want to help as many people as I can try to do different. We can save the earth. We can save the animals. We don't have to mistreat our animals. And like, these factory farms have got to go. But it's Tajay. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And just know that you do have the power to change anything that you want to change. Reality is just an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Life is only 10% what happens to you, but 90% how you choose to react to it. And I'm choosing to not go about it the same way anymore. God is love. Love your fellow man. Love your fellow being. I'm out.